Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about the fourth topic in your Unit 5 called a hybrid parameter. As well as in that video itself, you can see the ABCD parameters. So, hybrid parameter and ABCD parameter. So, last three videos we are seeing that introduction of two-port network, Z parameter and Y parameters. So, now we are going to see about the hybrid parameter and ABCD parameter. So, let us start with the hybrid parameters. So as usual, obviously the hybrid parameters letters will be represented by H, hybrid parameters. Hybrid parameters. It is also known as mixed parameter because it is the combination of V1, I2. So that's why it is also called mixed parameters. Mixed parameters. Clear? Okay, now can you remember the two equation B1 and I2? This is the main equation for hybrid parameter, and followed by hybrid means you are using the letter H. So H11 I1 plus H12 V2 and H21 I1 plus H22 V2. Clear? This is the main equation. And then tell me how to write in matrix format. This one column matrix followed by a square matrix followed by a column matrix, and the value will be V1 and I2. Here it is H11, H12, H21, H22, and this equation main thing is I1 and V2. So these are the basic things. Now the names H11 will be equal to H12 and H21 followed by the last one H22. Here H22. Okay, now hybrid parameter combination. So look at the equation. Previously we are seeing that impedance and admittance. It is a normal thing, but here uh, we are going to see a different concept because previously impedance admittance we studied from unit 1 to 4. It is a hybrid parameter also called mixed because combination of voltage and current. Now H11 is, look at the equation, H11 will be involved in the equation number 1. So let the answer will be H11 will be equal to V1 by I1, that is left hand side divided by the partner of H11. Who is the partner? I1. So now who becomes 0? It is a question mark. Here look at the equation. V1, I1 is involved. Who is not involved? V2 is not involved. That's why obviously V2 equal to 0. Yeah, this is the way of writing equation. Now tell me for H12. H12 involved in the equation number 1. So equation will be V1, that is your left hand side, divided by the partner of H12 V2, and here V1 V2 is involved, I1 is not involved, so I1 will be equal to 0. That is H21. H21 is involved in the second equation. See, H21 and H22 will be involved in the second equation. So left hand side divided by partner of I1, that is partner of H21. So I2 divided by I1 making who's 0. So look at the equation, I2 I1 is involved, V2 is not involved, so making V2 equal to 0. And the last one obviously I2 divided by V2 by making I1 will be equal to 0. See, 2 current will be 0, that is 2 times the current in the port 1 is 0 and 2 times the voltage at port 2 is 0. So voltage 2 means nothing but short circuit. Short circuit the output port, and I1 is 0. So open circuit the input port. We are doing only this two assumption here. I1 equal to 0 or and V2 equal to 0. Okay. Now the names of the four members. So now tell me, justify the names of the four members. H11 is will be equal to V1 by I1 making V2 equal to 0. So it is open circuit or short circuit? It is a short circuit. That will be, the names will be 2 of One will be tell about that open circuit or short circuit, and second name will be based on the formulas, that is based on the fraction. So see V by I. V by I is nothing but always we can tell that impedance. V by I is usually impedance, and that too in impedance 1 and 1. So it is our representing the port 1, so definitely it is a input impedance. So this is the name. Tell me here I1 equal to 0. So definitely it is open circuit. Open circuit. See 1 to 2. You can tell the transfer impedance, but transfer means numerator will be current means denominator will definitely will be a voltage, or voltage in the numerator means current will be in the denominator. See here, but here it is V1 and V2. There is a transfer, but only the voltage is involved. Current is not involved. That's why we can tell that it is a voltage gain. Voltage gain generally we can tell that output by input, that is V2 by V1. Here it is reverse thing, V1 by V2. So it is called reverse voltage gain. The name will be more specific to each and every one. Now tell me, it is short circuit or open circuit? Yeah, it is short circuit. It is definitely open circuit. Now tell me the second half. Look at the equation I2 by I1. Output current by input current. So it is a normal current gain, and here I2 by V2. So it is admittance. Why? Because I by V. It is an admittance. Now tell me, it is input or output? It representing the suffix letter 2. So definitely it is the output. So short circuit input impedance, open circuit reverse voltage gain, short circuit current gain, open circuit the output impedance. So these are the four different names here. And now you are going to see the first sums. Uh, Let us start with your question. Find the hybrid parameters. Find H parameters, or generally they are asking hybrid parameters. Find the hybrid parameters for the network. For the network. And the equation will be like a T-shaped question. 3 resistor they are given, and the current flow will be I1, value will be 10 ohm, and it is 15 ohm, and this is 5 ohm, followed by this is your I2 current. It's a simple question because only two loops is involved. So now start with the sum. I1. You have to redraw the diagram and ensure the current flow and voltage indication. Clear? Definitely plus minus V1. Here it is plus minus V2, and they gave it is your I1 10 ohm, it is 15 ohm, and this will be your 5 ohm current, and this is your current flow. So now flowing the direction I1, and this is also, but it is the anti-clockwise direction. Here I2 5 ohm. Okay, now start. You are having two loops, so mesh 1. Now tell me mesh 1 equation. Definitely active element will be equal to V1 will be followed by 10 into I1 plus 5 into current involved is I1 and I2, both travel in opposite direction, so plus. So totally you are having 1 equal to 15 I1 plus 5 I2 will be the equation number 1. And for mesh 2, mesh 2 what you are getting? Definitely active element is V2 and followed by 15 I2 plus 5 is present in between your I2 and I1 and opposite direction it is plus. So finally we are getting V2 equal to 5 I1 plus 20 I2. This is your equation number 2. Clear? Okay. Equation number 2. And seeing this one, we are having only two options. One thing, I1 is 0 or V2 is 0. So have an idea. Now start with the sum. So look at your equation number 1 and 2. The first thing I am making I1. I1 equal to 0 for both the equation. So I1 to 0. in both equation number 1 and 2. While putting y1 equal to 0 in equation 1, I am getting v1 equal to 5i2, and here v2 will be equal to i1 will be 0, so you are getting 20i2. That's all. H22. H will be equal to I2 by V2 by making I1 equal to 0. So now tell me I2 by V2, we are getting the answer is 20. 1D. V2 will be equal to 1 by I2 by V2 will be equal to 1 by 20. So 1 by 20 more. Okay, now because it is an admittance format, that's why you are putting the unit as more. And then what is another answer? You are getting V1 by I2, 1 by 5. And then you can make another option is V2 will be equal to 0. V2 equal to 0. Getting V2 will be equal to 0 means in equation 2 we are getting 0 will be equal to 5i1 plus 20 i2. 5i1 will be equal to 20i2. So 5i1 will be equal to minus 20i2, and I1 will be equal to minus 20 by 5, you are getting minus 4i2. This is having the assumption. Okay, so now tell me, you are having that one more concept. I1 equal to 0 means V1 by, yeah, V1 by V2. So here you are getting, divide this two equation. You are having one letter H12. H12 is nothing but V1 by V2. What is your answer? So when you are dividing this two equation, you are getting 5i2 by 20i2. So you are getting 1 by 4. It is a voltage. So no unit because um, output voltage by input voltage, input by output voltage, both are voltage, so there is no unit H12. And look at here, I1 will be equal to minus 4I2. When making V2 equal to 0, I am having two equations. H11 will be equal to V1 by I1. Okay, now tell me what is V, the equation. V1 will be equal to 15I1 plus 5I2. So in the place of V1 equal to 15I1, that is equation number 1. In place of I2, you just substitute the value of 1. I2 equal to, actually it is 5I2. 5. I2, in place of I2, you just substitute I1 answer. I2 will be equal to minus 1 by 4 I1. Yeah? Okay, now tell me V1 will be equal to 15 minus 5 by 4 I1. 5 4s are 20, 0 to 60 minus 5 by 4 I1. That is V1 will be equal to 55 by 4 I1. So now coming to the equation, H11 will be equal to V1 by I1. I am getting 55 by 4. So 55 by 4, the answer will be, that is when we are simplifying, we are getting 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 2.2, 4 5s are 40. V1 by I1, so it is a impedance. And finally, you are getting, what is one more left out? 1, 2, 2, 2, and see here, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 is over, 1, 1 is over, H21 is pending. H21 will be equal to, what is the equation? Do you remember? I2 by I1 by making V2 equal to 0. So now tell me what is I2 by I1, how you can get. So by making V2 equal to 0. Okay. So make sure that you don't use the previous equation, and our previous equation you are obtained by making I1 equal to 0. Now V2 equal, V2 equal to 0 equal to, what is the answer you are getting? I1 equal to minus 4 I2. Okay. By making, see, from this step we can get the answer. What is I2 by I1? from this tell me I2 divided by I1 will be equal to minus 1 by 4. And correct. Minus 1 by 4. And this is also having no unit because input current, input current, that is current gain. So finally you are getting the all the 4 answers. H11 will be equal to finally you can write all those answers in the matrix format. Clear? So I am just writing H11 will be 13.5 and H12 will be 1 by 4. H21, now you can get the last answer. H12 will be equal to minus what we are getting. H21 will be equal to minus 1 by 4 and H22 will be equal to 1 by 20. So you can get all those answers. Clear? Answers. Now we are going to see about the second sum in H parameter. The H parameter with 3 loops. Clear? H parameters with 3 loops. So previously you are seeing the 2 loops. Now we are going to see the 3 loops parameter. So take down the second question. Find the H parameter. Find H parameter for the given network. So see this question H parameter. This letter only going to be changed for each and every problem. So 3 loops question. I gave an hint because all the concepts will be the same as like your Z and ZY. So 10 ohm and this is so everything will be a 10 ohm. 10 ohm problem. So clear? And this is your current I1 and as usual this will be your I2. And make sure the terminating current only flowing in opposite direction. Now we are going to redraw the diagram. So this is the question. Okay. 10 ohm and this 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm. And this is your I1 current. Obviously this will be I3. Yeah, good. And this will be going in anti-clockwise I2. Plus minus V2 and here it is plus minus V1. Okay, now okay, for mesh 1 what is your element? V1 will be equal to 10 I1 plus 10 into current flowing is I1 minus I3, same direction. And for mesh 2, 0 will be equal to 10 I3 plus 10 into I1 minus I3 plus 10 into I3 plus I2. This is your second equation. And the mesh third equation V2, active element will be equal to V2 10 I2 plus I3. Clear? Okay, now what your final answer you are getting V1. When we are solving like this column wise, you can able to substitution and elimination will be comfortable, more comfortable. Clear? 10 I1 and 10 I1. So we are getting 20 I1 minus 10 I3 and here you are getting 0 will be equal to definitely 10 I1 followed by what about I2? We are having only 10 I2 plus 10 minus 10, so it is cancelled. Only you are getting 10 I3, 10 and 10. Okay, plus 10 I3. Okay, and then followed by the last answer will be, and see I did a mistake. It is not I1 by minus I3, it is I3 minus I1 because dominating the second loop, that is I1 current. So it become sorry for that mistake. So you are getting, where is it? This is correct. Clear? Okay. Now, so while writing the equation, you may calculate that 10 I3 followed by 10 I3 both will be flowing in opposite, same direction. So I3 minus I1, and it is I3 plus I2. So you are getting the answer as minus 10 I1 plus 10 I2 plus 30 I3. Clear? And third equation V2 will be equal to 10 I2 plus 10 I3. This is your equation number 1 and 2. This is for equation number 2, and this is equation number 3. Now we are having two options. One thing, V2 equal to 0 and I1 equal to 0. Now I am putting V2 equal to 0 for all the three equations. V2 equal to 0, V2 equal to 0. Even though if it is not there, you just mention that line V1 equal to, so it is safe. Here, what about here? It is also not V2. And here you are having V2, so 0 will be equal to 10 I2, 10 I2 plus 10 I3. So we are getting the answer I2 will be equal to minus I3. Using this idea, you just substitute in the previous one. You are having I2 equal to minus I3, also I3 will be equal to minus I2. Okay. Now what about this equation? 0 will be equal to minus 10 I1 plus 10 I, and here it is 30 I3. I3 will be equal to minus I2. So 30 I, you are getting the equation. 0 will be equal to minus 10 I1 minus 20 I2. So I1 will be equal to 2 I2. These are the second answers. Clear? Or else I2 will be equal to 1 by 2 I1. Are having two ideas. Clear? Okay. Now you can proceed. I3 will be equal to minus I2, 30 minus 10 I1. Okay, I1 in terms of I2 they are telling. Okay. Okay, now substitute in this equation. Now, are you remember the equation H11 will be equal to V1 by I1 by making V2 equal to 0. So, what you are getting, having this idea V2 equal to 0. So, now tell me V1 will be equal to V1 letter and I1 letter. So, keep as it is 20 I1. Now, you change I3 will be equal to I1. I3 is not equivalent directly with the I1, but it is having indirect relationship. I3 is equal to minus I2, and the I2 will having the relation of minus I1. So first convert I3 into I2. So minus I2. Then 20 I1 minus 10 into minus plus 10 I2. I2 will be equal to 1 by 2 I1. Now 25 I1. V1 will be equal to 25 I1. So therefore H11 will be equal to 25. H11 will be equal to 25. 20 plus 10. Clear? 10 by 2 it has become 5. Okay, I1, okay, I1 equal to 2 I2. Okay. So we H11 equal to 25. Okay, and same way you can solve your answer as H21. So why? Because H11 and H21, because these two members only having V equal to 0. Can you tell me what is H21? H21 will be equal to I2 by I1, that is short circuit current gain. I2 by have an idea how to R is the relationship. I2 by I1 will be equal to 1 by 2. So therefore 1 by 2 or 0.5 no unit, because it is a current gain. So same method you can proceed for H22 and H12. Same method by making I1 will be equal to 0. So once you put V2 equal to 0, you can make the equation number 4, 5, 6, and for I1 equal to 0, you can make the number 7, 8, 9. So at last you can get the answer as, write all those four members in a matrix format. This is your hybrid parameter question. Clear? And now we can see the next parameter called ABCD parameters. The ABCD parameter is a very important parameter in the parameter kingdom. A, B, C, D. Nothing but previously we are having only one letters Z, H or Y. So with the help of these four letters we can change into H11 or H12. That is, we can represent in a matrix format. Here the transmission parameters, or it is a chain parameter A, B, C, D. It is like a chain. So that's why it is called a transmission parameter or chain parameter called A, B, C parameters. And it is very important parameter in that network. And one more special is in between you are having minus. So previously all the two equations in between it will be a plus, but here the transmission and inverse transmission A dash B dash will be the in between you are having minus. So how do you remember the equation V1 I1? V1 will be equal to A letter, V2 minus B I2. So this letter won't change. V2 minus is also not changed. A, B is over. So C and D. These are the two equations. And we can represent this equation in a matrix format. The column matrix followed by square into column matrix. So this one will be V1 I1. This will be as usual A, B, C, D. And this will be V2 and I2. Okay, can you now tell me the equation? A will be equal to your left hand side divided by partner of A V2 and who is not involved is equal to 0. And this is your first one. Can you tell me the name or you got an idea? It is a short circuit or open circuit? It is a open circuit. Very good. It is a open circuit. And look at the fraction V1 by V2. So definitely it is a reverse voltage gain. If it is V2 by V1, we can tell that voltage gain. But here it is V1 by V2. So it is a reverse voltage gain. Okay, then B correct. So look at the equation and tell me B. B will be equal to your left hand side divided by partner of B is I by making which is equal to 0. V2 will be equal to 0. So can you tell me it is a short circuit or open circuit? Short circuit because V2 will be equal to 0. Look at the fraction V1 by I2. It is a V by I is nothing but a impedance and 1 to 2. So we can tell it is a transfer impedance. Now see that I1 by V2 making I2 will be equal to 0. The equation and I am writing here, and definitely it is a open circuit. I1 by V it is a admittance and the two transfer admittance, and final last equation D will be equal to, so see your left hand side will be your I1 partner of D is I2, so therefore I1 by I by making which is 0, yeah, V2 will be equal to 0. Answer is it constitute current gain. I1 by I2 is the current gain. Actual gain is output by input, that is 2 by 1, it is 1 by 2. So therefore it is a reverse current gain. Clear? These parameters are known as a transmission parameter. As in transmission line, the current enters at one end and leave at the other end. We need to know the relationship between the sending and receiving end quantities. Here, this ABCD relationship parameter represent the relationship between your input quantity and output quantities in the two-port network. They are thus voltage current pairs because it is having the combination of voltage as well as the current. In output side also you are having voltage and current pairs. They are thus called voltage current pairs. However, as the quantities are defined as in input-output relationships. So don't forget in between you are having the minus and this is the equation. Now we start with the sum. Uh, Admittance parameter. Okay. Now first sum in ABCD parameters. For the network, take down the question. For the networks, determine ABCD parameters. And this is this is an important question. This sum can be solved in two ways. So let us see. So ABCD parameters. So the question will be like three loop problems. question will be of 3 loop problems. A resistor, 3 resistor followed by a 2 resistors, 1 ohm, and this is 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, and this is 2 ohm, plus minus V1 plus minus V2. This is your I2 current and this is your I1 current they give. Clear? Uh, Now solution. Actually, this method is an this problem can be solved by using two way. One way, as usual, you can put the current flow I1, I3, and I2 anti-clockwise direction and writing the three equation. And by making V2, sorry, V1 and I2 will be equal to 0. By making the two concepts V2 and I2, sorry, V2 and I2 0, you can solve that problem. Is a one way. Second one, you just convert this pi shape network into a T shape. Then you simplify into a two loop sum. So as usual, take this one a pi shape network. It is a 2 2 2. So now you just convert into a star network. Star network, actually pi shape will be like this. You just convert. Already you studied in the second unit. Star to pi delta network. Star to delta networks. Clear? So can you remember Z1, Z2, Z3, and this will be a ZA, ZB, ZC. So ZA will be equal to ZA. I will be like this. So which is not involved, that will be here. Z3 divided by sum of all the resistor. Sorry, Z1 into Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Okay, now your Z1, 2, 3 all are same. So ZA equal to ZB equal to ZC will be equal to, the value will be 2 into 2 divided by 2 plus 2 plus 2. You are getting 4 by 6 will be equal to 2 by 3. And now you just change your network followed by a resistor. Now it is a changing diagram, that is pi shape is converted into a T shape network, and now you are getting like this the diagram, and this will be your obviously 1 ohm, and you are getting 2 by 3 2 by 3 2 by 3. See here, it is a T shape network. So previously it is a pi shape network, now I am converting T shape network followed by 1 ohm. Clear? Now 1 ohm and 2 by 3 will be in series. This 2 by 3 and 1 ohm will be in series. Now you have to simplify your circuit diagram. You are getting only 3 resistor having two loops. This is your I1, as usual this will be your I2. That is I1 flowing in clockwise and I2 will be flowing in anti-clockwise. 1 plus actually 2 by 3 value will be equal to 0.67. So definitely 1.67, 1.67, and here it is 0.67. Okay, now start with the KVL. As usual, the voltage will be V1 plus minus V2. And now equation for the two loops. So mesh 1 active element will be equal to V1 will be equal to 1.67 I1 plus 0.67. Current involved is I1 and I2 opposite, so plus. And then for mesh 2 you are getting V2 will be equal to 1.67 I2 plus 0.67 to current I2 plus I1. That's all. Okay, now simplify your equation. 1.67 plus 0.67. 7, 7, 4, 6 plus 6, 12, 13, 1, 2. 2.34 I1.67 I2. Equation number 1, and here V2 will be equal to 0.67 I1, the same addition, so you are getting 2.34 I2. This is your equation number 2. Okay, now start. We have an idea. You can make I2 equal to 0 or V2 equal to 0. So I am making I2 equal to 0. What you are getting, V1 will be equal to 2.34 I1. So from this you can write the equation V1 by I1. which is having the type of equation. V1 will be equal to 2.34 I1, and what about here? I'm making I2 equals 0. V2 will be equal to 0.67 I1 because I'm making I2 equal to 0. So now tell me V1 by V2. A will be equal to V1 by V2. Divide this by this. So you are getting 2.34 divided by 0.67. Getting the answer like 3.5. Clear? And then followed by then another equation. While making I2 equal to 0, you are getting C answer also. C will be equal to I1 by V2. Can you tell me I1 by V2 will be with the help of this equation? I1 by V2, you are getting the answer is 1 by 1 by 0.67. Clear? Okay. 1 by 0.67 value, its value of 1 by 1.5 more. AB is over. Now, I2 is 0 equal to I equal to 0 concept is over. See here, I2 equal to 0 concept is over. Now, 2 equal to 0 concept. V2 equal to 0. So, look at the main equation number 1 and 2. While making V1, it is not having V2, so don't disturb. So, but here, what about your main equation? V2 equal to 0 means 0 equal to 1.67 I1, sorry, 0.67, the final equation, 0.67 I1 plus 2.34 I2. That is your second equation. So from this you can tell that I1 will be equal to minus 2.34 divided by 0.67 I2. 2.34 by 0.67 value will be equal to minus 3.5 I2. This is the equation. Substitute in this equation number 1. So V1 is equal to 2.34 I1 plus 0.67 I2 will be equal to what? Minus 1 by 3.5. After solving this, you can get that I1 will be equal to minus 3.5 I2. So you are getting a B equation. B will be equal to B1. You are getting 7.5 ohm, and you also D you are getting by dividing these two equation. So minus that is your I1 by I2, you are getting 3.5. So we are getting AC value by making I2 equal to 0, and B and D value by making B2 equal to 0. This is the first sum I solved in that ABCD parameters. Clear? And then next concept will be a little bit easy sum. Clear? I am giving the question. Find the that is your second sum in your ABCD parameter. Find the transmission parameter. See the indirect name of your ABCD question. So they can ask the transmission parameter for the networks. Clear? And the diagram will be 2 ohm, 4 ohm, and 10 ohm. So I am giving a simple sum: 4 ohm and 10 ohm resistance plus minus V1 plus minus V2 is your I1 current, and this is your I2 current. Writing the equation V1 will be equal to blah blah, and then V2 will be equal to. So you are writing two equation, and you are having only two options by making V2 equal to 0, I2 equal to 0. I2 equal to 0, you can get A and C value. V2 equal to 0, you can get your B and D values. So finally you are getting all the ABCD. You just try. Your answer will be like this: 6 by 3 by 1 by 10 and 7. You just try the sum. Clear? So all the four parameters gets over. Z parameter, otherwise called open circuit impedance, and Y parameter, short circuit admittance, hybrid parameter or mixed parameter, and the last one ABCD parameter or transmission parameter or chain parameters. So just try the sum. Clear? Thank you.